So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas. Well, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite cities, the Colony, Texas. So here's something nobody tells you about the Colony. This place has some of the best lake access in all of DFW, and you are minutes away from the Grandscape, and you can find a home under $500,000. But before you start making offers, there's definitely some things you should know about the Colony, including things about the neighborhoods, the schools, and things that you should avoid. Hi, I'm Dee Walton, your real estate broker here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I help buyers relocating to and within the Metroplex find their perfect home. And look, so the Colony is one of my favorite cities in the area. I actually covered what I loved about the Colony in my video, Why I Chose Dallas, and it's because it's one of the cities that I actually lived in before I purchased my first home. So you can actually check out that video here. So whether you're moving to the area or you're already in DFW looking for your next neighborhood, let's talk about the Colony. The Colony sits about 20 miles north of Dallas, right on the north shore of Lewisville Lake. It straddles both Denton and Dallas counties, and we are looking at around 52,000 people in its population as of 2025. So why would anyone want to move to the Colony? It is a great city that gives you direct access to the waterfront lifestyle and a lot of lake living without sacrificing your access from everything that you would want to do in the city of Dallas. So the median age right now in the Colony is around 36, so you have a great mix of young professionals as well as established families. About 62% of homes are actually homeowner occupied, which tells you that people aren't just passing through, they're actually making it their home. Most of the housing stock was built around the year 2000s, so in some of the areas you're not dealing with super old infrastructure. So let's talk a little bit about the cost of living. The Colony runs at about 6 to 7% higher than the US average for cost of living, and that's mainly because of the housing and the utilities. So right now in the Colony, and I always like to look this up to make sure I'm giving you the most accurate data, and keep in mind this video is being filmed in October of 2025. So right now in the Colony, the median home price is around $412,000, and the average home price in the area is around $530K. The average days on market for the homes is around 61. So I've been talking about this for a while in most of my videos for 2025, that we've definitely seen an uptick in inventory, not only in the Colony, but in most of DFW. So we're seeing that shift into the favor of buyers. So if you're thinking about moving to the Colony, I want to share with you the top 5 neighborhoods that you should check out. The first one being the Stewart Peninsula. This is a lakefront living community at its finest. The median sales price right now is around $505,000, up 1% year over year from last year. So you're looking at homes that are ranging anywhere between 2,400 up to 4,500 square feet, and most of these homes were built in the 90s and the early 2000s. So what makes this particular community special is its private docks and waterfront access. The homes have large lots right on Lewisville Lake, and if you want to wake up and go paddleboarding, this is the perfect spot for you. Another really cool neighborhood to check out is going to be the Tribute/Austin Ranch. This is where you can get into a master plan community with luxury. The average value here is around $795,000, and homes are going to run anywhere between 2,800 up to 4,000 square feet, and most of these were built within the last decade. So this is going to be the area for you, because if you're looking for golf courses, community pools, trails, and playgrounds, it's basically designed for families who want the whole lifestyle package, and the attention to the detail in these communities really shows. Another area you should check out in the Colony is going to be the Westport and Stonebriar corridor. This area has a more of an established feel. The median list price in this area is around $500,000 for homes between 2,100 and 3,200 square feet, mostly built in the early 2000s. This neighborhood is going to have mature landscaping, quieter streets, and you're going to be close to really great schools and shopping. And it's a really great sweet spot for families who want convenience without it really needing to feel too brand new. Another really cool neighborhood you should check out in the Colony is going to be Lakefront Shores. This is where things get really expensive. We're talking $700,000 up to $1 million depending on your lake access. And then homes are going to range anywhere between 3,000 up to 5,500 square feet. And most of these homes were built in the late 90s. In this area, you're going to get expansive lake views, private docks, and high-end finishes. This is for buyers who want waterfront luxury and you're willing to invest in it. Another really cool area area to check out in the Colony is going to be the Mid-City Central Colony. This is your most affordable area and option within the city, and the listings here are going to range anywhere between $425,000 up to $475K. The homes are going to be anywhere between $18,000 up to 2,800 square feet, and most of them are going to be built between the late 80s up to the early 2000s. So what do I love most about the Colony? And I talked about this in my video previously, but it's the walkability. It's one of those suburbs that has a decent amount of walkability. You don't see that in a lot of the suburbs, but you're really close to schools, shopping, and the Colony Plaza. And the Colony is really practical and is family friendly without breaking the bank. So you've been watching my channel, you're seriously thinking about moving to Dallas or within Dallas, and that is really, really great. I wanna let you know that if you check out my description box, there is a free relocation guide that covers everything from neighborhood comparisons to school ratings, as well as other hidden things that people are not talking about. And I wanna make sure you have access to it. So if you're moving to the area or if you're relocating throughout, this guide is gonna be really great insider info for you. You can click on the link that's in my description box and you can download it to really get ahead of the game. So go ahead and download it. It's a really great option for you to explore and really get acclimated with DFW as you make your plans for your next move. Okay, so let's talk about the schools in DFW. The Colony is a part of Lewisville ISD, which is one of the stronger districts in the area, and there are a few standouts that you need to know about. One of them is going to be Castle Hills Elementary. This is a 10 out of 10 on greatschools.com and is the top 5% in the state. You're also going to have Independence Elementary, which is a 9 out of 10. You will also have access to the Keelan Middle School, which is a 9 out of 10, as well as the Colony High School, which has a 94% graduation rate. So if you're house hunting with kids, neighborhood zone for Castle Hills or the Independence Elementary are going to be really good hot commodities. There are also charter and private school options nearby if public school really isn't your preference. So let's talk a little bit about some of the job opportunities and the commute if you were to choose the Colony, Texas. The average household income here is around $111,000 with a median income of around $142,000. So the Colony ranks amongst some of the highest earners here in Denton County. Commute wise, you're looking at about 30 minutes to get to Dallas, 20 minutes to get to Frisco, another 20-25 minutes to get to Plano, and local job centers included in the Colony are areas like the Colony Plaza, Stonebrook Village, and the medical offices in Lewisville. And if you're relocating for work, whether that's moving to DFW or transferring in the Metroplex and you want to figure out the best commute options, this is exactly what we'll walk through on one of my strategy calls. I'll drop the link in my description box and we can get together and kind of map that out for what it would look like best for you. All right, so let's talk about things to do in the Colony. And this is actually where the city shines. In the Colony, you're gonna have access to the Lake Lewisville. It is literally in your backyard, so great access to boating, fishing, paddleboarding, and lakefront parks. You've also got a lot of trail options as well as golf courses and the Colony Plaza and Stonebrook for any of your shopping and dining. But let's talk about one of the Colony's major highlights, which is the Grandscape. I don't care where you live in DFW. You can live in Mansfield, you can live in Fort Worth. Everybody knows about the Grandscape. It is really one of the highest attractions here in DFW. The Grandscape sprawls across more than 400 acres with nearly 4 million square feet of retail, dining, and entertaining. It's anchored by the Nebraska Furniture Mart and Shields, but that's just the beginning. Here in this area, you're gonna find Andretti's, which is indoor karting games, as well as VR and laser tag. We actually had one of the boys' birthday parties at Andretti's. It's a huge place and it's a really great place for the kids to play all the things, the karting, the VR, the laser tag, and also if you're an adult, there's definitely some spirits available for you as well as some good food. So it's a really, really good time, especially for those families that need a place just to have the kids to sprawl out and have a good time. You're also gonna have access to the Immersive Gamebox, which is also in the Grandscape. This is really where augmented reality comes to life. And again, we've been to this place as well. So at the Immersive Gamebox, we actually were able to take the boys and we played a virtual reality version of Squid Games. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that show on Netflix. It's kind of crazy, but the game was actually quite fun. You also have access to Galaxy Theaters, which plus recliners. You'll have access to the Grandscape Wheel, which is a 180-foot climate control Ferris wheel with panoramic views all over the city. It's super, super cool. And one of the things that I also love about the Grandscape is an area called Kāsum. This is a very immersive kind of movie theater. We went there once to watch The Matrix. It's absolutely amazing. But at Kāsum Dallas, they play NBA games there, and you can also go to see certain showings of Cirque du Soleil at Kāsum. The Grandscape is also gonna have Puttery, which is a upscale kind of mini golf area, and nearly 30 restaurants ranging from Texas barbecue to Italian as well as steakhouses. So this isn't just a simple shopping center, it is a whole experience. And honestly, it's one of the reasons that the Colony has become such a draw for many families and young professionals in the area. So if you ever come to DFW, I don't care if you're visiting family or if you were exploring, the Grandscape is definitely one of those places to check out. So let's talk about pros and cons, because every city has them. Some of the pros of the Colony is going to be, it's a little bit more affordable than Frisco or even Flower Mound. There are a lot of variety of homes, including historic, modern, and lakefront. And the Colony is going to offer strong schools with some top-rated campuses. Also have easy access to tons of parks, trails, shopping, and lakefront access. And you're going to have high household incomes and a family-friendly vibe. So some of the cons, the Colony is going to have some older neighborhoods, and so you may find a home that you fall in love with, but it may need some updates. Many of the residents do commute out of the Colony for work, depending on their area and industry that they work in. And certain neighborhoods have had some sharp price jumps. We're talking about 29% year over year for some of the pockets in the Colony. So who is the city for? Families who want good schools and lakefront lifestyle, retirees or single parents who value a little bit of green space as well as some community. And if you're a remote worker, this may be a good spot if you're looking for some space without losing your access to Dallas. And then for my outdoor lovers, this place is great. Even my boaters, my golfers, this is a really good particular city to check out. So if the Colony is on your short list, or if you are still comparing suburbs, let's talk. I work with a lot of buyers that are relocating within the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and every single week I help many of you figure out which neighborhood, which builders, and sometimes resale home is actually going to fit your budget and lifestyle. The information is on the screen, and the link for you to book a call for us to chat is in the description box. And if you stay to this end of the video, you are the real MVP, and I'll see you in the next one.